Sorry, everyone. I pressed the wrong button. Oh God, technology at 9 o'clock in the morning here in in Thailand. Yeah, that happens. Sorry about that, everyone. Let me just turn down my mic. It seems like it's a little bit loud. All right, that should be good. All right, give me a second, guys. It is coming, I promise. Just got that sorted out. I thought I turned on my microphone, but I turned on the music again. Oops. I'm gonna start all over again, guys. So, what's up? It's Wednesday. How you guys doing? Wednesday morning, Tuesday night in the States. Hope you guys are doing very well. Let's get talking about crypto. Let's talk about what's going on in the market, and yeah, we're gonna definitely get that music off. It's off now. Don't worry about that. Very sorry. First thing in the morning type deals. All right, who we got? Gerald, nice to see you. Dentrix, we missed everything you said from the get-go. Yep, you got me there. Good morning from Georgia. Nice. Atlanta, Georgia. What's up? I love that. The University of Georgia has a great football team, too. Now that the NCAA is back, I'm all hyped up. All right, so now that you guys can hear me, let's talk about what's going to go on in the market. Sorry for not being here on Monday. I was at LA Tokens meetup. And basically I couldn't get back in time to still do the show. So no big deal. Doing it today. I'm going to do a short one now, and I'm going to do a short one tonight like I normally do, or your guys' morning. So yeah, get in two different topics that I'm going to talk about, and we'll get right to it. So the topic today is look at Turkey's hyperinflation. It's just a start, and go look at the Petro. Okay? The Petro is going to be going crazy. You guys have no idea. The chart behind me shows a really good example of why and where is kind of being the hubs to have mass adoption from citizens, not just from VC funds, hedge funds, institutionals, focusing more on the regular people. Okay, so before I get all into my spiel, guys, click on that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. Like, share. You know how it is on Facebook. Love to help support, bringing the information to everyone and the right information, not the CNBC bullshit. Okay, guys, you need to understand that CNBC, whatever they say, the opposite generally happens in the market. You need to stop watching CNBC. You need to start reading news. Trust me, I can promise you that if you read news, you will not have as much issues as you will if you listen to CNBC. It's garbage. Okay, give you a good example. They were saying at $3.43, buy Ripple. It's going to keep going. Look at Ripple now. Okay, don't trust those guys. They don't really know. Fundstrat Tom Lee may be okay, but still, I don't trust CNBC. It's not a good news source. Use CCN. Use your own due diligence research. Trust me, you'll be much better off. Guaranteed. Okay, so... Oh, what's up, Mata? How you doing, brother? We were supposed to have a conversation a while back. Can you send me an email, man? I totally forgot to email you back, and that's been like a month ago, and it's probably buried. Hit me up. All right, so let's get on topic, and I'll let you guys have, comment as you guys go. I'll stop it in between. So, how many customers own cryptocurrency out of the whole entire country in 2018? Look at Turkey. 18%. 18, that's a lot, man. The average users are like around 2, 3, 4% in the world, okay? So when you got countries like Poland and Romania and Turkey and Spain all in the 10%, that's pretty good. That's getting closer to what we would call mass adoption. Obviously, the rest of the world needs to also own at least 10% to be at the point where we're not in accumulation anymore. So that's why I keep telling you guys that we're in accumulation phase right now, because as you can see the red behind me, a lot of people don't own a cryptocurrency, and even the people that you see in the green in the chart behind me, they actually may not own that much. They might own 0.01 Bitcoin. They might own something like that, put $100 in here and there. So that might actually be not as true a number as you really think. So that's something to keep note of, and just keep that in your mind and remember that, because we're not at mass adoption yet, and we're just getting started. I had a meeting yesterday on Tuesday, and on Tuesday when we had this meeting, I was talking with some very big, prominent, serial entrepreneurs that have worked in Silicon Valley and Fortune 500 companies, and these guys were like, Joel, what we want to tell you is this. I'm telling you right now, Joel, that and this is crazy, he was saying, he said, if everything goes the way the people are in that are above him and people that he knows that are very entrenched at the higher levels, he said if they do what they said they're going to do, he said no one knows what's about to come. I said, what do you mean by that? Because like I said, I know what's about to come. He said, no, Joel, you don't know what's going to come. The tech side is going to be crazy. I said, well, already is crazy. He said, no, it's not. And he couldn't even get into the beginning of explaining all that out to me because it's too technical and I wouldn't have understood it. But basically he said, you are going to see a revolution in front of your eyes, and it's not just going to be financial, it's going to be technological. Everything is going to become easier. And another thing that he said was, everything doesn't need to be on blockchain for that to happen. Because what you have to understand is blockchain's immutable, so it has flaws. If you can't change something and you write a bad piece of code, you have to fork a whole entire chain, and everyone has to agree to fork on that chain. So there is flaws in decentralized immutable ledgers because you can't change them. This is why you're seeing public blockchains like Bitcoin be used less, and more private companies are using blockchains within their company. And only for certain things because they can't change stuff. And it's not like accounting where you don't want to change stuff. It's stuff like you write a piece of code and you can't change it. So keep that in mind. All right. Good morning, Alvaro. Nice to see you on YouTube. If you guys are on YouTube, say hello. If you're on Facebook, say hello too. It's all good. I know this is not my normal time. Just trying to give you guys more options, all right? So what's Roman saying? No Argentina in there. Thought they were big into crypto. They might be, Roman, but that might be a few big people buying a lot of crypto, not others. Still feel like selling Bitcoin positions at 7,500. Yes, Todd. I think that when Bitcoin is 7,500, it's going to come down and has to test the lower low that we had. So that lowest low that we had around $5,800, and when we came back up a bit, I thought we're still going to go lower. I do believe we might go lower than that 5,800. Maybe. But I also think that it's really hard to get lower than $5,000 because when mining becomes unprofitable, that's a big problem because a lot of people turn off the mining, and when you don't mine, Bitcoin doesn't get created. When Bitcoin doesn't get created, transactions don't get confirmed. There's a lot of other issues that can happen. So I truly believe that we will never see $4,000 because it will not be worth it for people to create Bitcoin at that point. And even companies like Bitmain would lose a lot of money every day, millions, just to mine the Bitcoin. So you have to think about it that way when you're doing fundamental analysis and not just look at the technicals and say, well, it could go here, but it does go there. There is a lot of people in a lot of trouble. Let's put it that way. So I don't see that happening, but I see us testing that 58, maybe 6,000 around that range and bouncing back up. If we follow the wick-off stages, we should do something along those lines. Good morning, Morgan. Nice to see you here as well. Hemingway says, South Africa also getting on board, big exchange in the pipeline. Yes, it is. And there's more. There's more and more and more. And I'm involved in some of these exchanges. I'm involved in some of this stuff, guys. And I'm telling you, there's some really cool stuff happening behind the scenes. I can't get into detail for all of it. Some of the things I can't talk about publicly yet. But the thing is, these are some really big projects, and they've got so much cool stuff going on with them. One of the projects is going to buy, let's say you bought a $500,000 of a project and you want to sell some for liquidity, they'll actually buy them for you, even though like you would think they wouldn't want to because it's an ICO, they will do their research and buy it from you. So these are the things that are coming, and there's more and more and more of it. You're going to see it and you're going to love it. Trust me. So yeah. Miners will not allow it. Exactly. Like Alvaro said, Bitmain will just throw $1 billion into Bitcoin just so they can keep making money with Bitcoin. Now, it sounds kind of counterintuitive, but the point is that they'll hold it up until things start to move because they have to. They have no choice. You know, they can't make their $300 billion every few, or whatever the freaking crazy amounts of money that they've made in the last little bit. They can't make that with doing it that way. So that's the problem. Caribbean countries getting crazy buying crypto. Here's a good cool thing. The Jamaican Stock Exchange is working with my lawyer at Blockrake, and potentially we will be helping them with integrating a crypto exchange into their stock exchange. That stuff is what I'm talking about when I tell you big stuff is coming. That's the stuff that's coming, and you got to see it. And if you don't see it, stop looking at CNBC and start actually reading the news. Start actually looking in deeper to things, and you'll see for sure what's up. Promise that. ETC is still a good hold. Roman, that's a good question. I think ETC will still be a good hold. Yes. I'm not big on holding very long term anymore because I've seen the benefits do not outweigh the risk in terms of if you held from December and you didn't sell and trade, you've lost a shootload of your money. Whereas if you trade a little bit, this is why I created the bots. So you guys can do that, and you don't even if you don't know how to trade. That's why I want to help you guys because that's what's up. ETC is Ethereum. It is the original ETH. Does it have problems? No. Is it used very much? Not that much. Not tons, but there's a DEX on it, and there's more stuff that'll be built on it because it's still Ethereum, and countries like Thailand, where I live, have recognized it as an actual currency, so you can use it to pay for stuff. So it has value for sure, because if Ethereum's not a security, ETC cannot be a security. There you go. So, here's another thing that happened in Venezuela. This is also why I'm telling you guys, Turkey's hyperinflation, their dollars like up and down like crazy. It's just, if you had $1 million USD in lira and you had $1 million in Bitcoin a year ago and you did both, your $1 million would be like $9,000 in lira now. It's like, it's so ridiculously overly volatile. So yeah, not so good. But they made this app. And basically what they're doing is basically what I've been telling you, hyperinflation, there's too much money, the cash is worthless, so you give us your cash that's worthless, because basically we've admitted defeat, and we're going to let you guys, use Petro. So we're going to give you Petro, give us your lira, and we'll take the Petro. And guess what happens to lira? Not the lira, sorry. What's the bolivars? Sorry, mixed the two up. What happens to the bolivars? Bye-bye, bolivars. They're gone. Lira, same thing's going to happen. Bye-bye. It's going to go. And then all the other countries are going to follow. It's just a matter of time. It's not if, it's actually a when thing. This is going to happen for sure. You just have to know it's going to happen when. I don't know. That's the thing. You have to be patient, which is what I always preach to you guys. It was unknown. It was known to underperform when others were running. It was a known underperformer when others was running. Hey, people always say that, but ETC, watch it. Trust me. ETC also moving to focus more on IoT. Yes, it is. Internet of Things. And that's some smart stuff that you got there. That's good information. Tron DApp chat application. Not sure if anyone saw the news on that. No, I didn't see Tron DApp chat application, but I'm going to write it down, Alvaro. I'm going to have to check that out. Sounds interesting, though. So, what I brought this on for is not to talk all about it. It's to tell you that, one, I'm telling you that the hyperinflation is coming, and two, this is proof right here. It's proof. Your bolivars are worth nothing. I could literally fill up a backpack with cash in Venezuela and bring it to the grocery store and change it for a few tomatoes or maybe a pineapple. Literally. It's complete garbage. And that's why I tell you guys, paper is paper. We value it based off what we value. So the same thing with crypto. If we value it highly, it will be worth more money. Simple. Keep it like, that's the amazing part about it all. Joe Matthew, what's up, brother? Hope you're doing really well. I don't know about Venezuela being the torch holder to move others onward. Maybe Germany. Yeah. I'm not saying that they're going to be the one to move forward, Alvaro, at all. Germany just basically said we're getting off the Swiss system. They're going to be the ones who do it for the Western world, in terms of the first world countries or whatever you want to call them. That's what's going to happen. But all the other countries in the world, they're going to follow this model for sure. It's just obvious that that's happening. It's coming. Now, Venezuela, yes, they potentially could avoid sanctions and stuff. But once every country's on the blockchain, sanctions are actually even easier because it's immutable. You could be like, all right, you're sanctioned. Boom. Here's another bad part about it being on the blockchain, though. How do you change it? Because if it's immutable and you make a sanction against someone, you can't change it. This is where side chains and child chains are going to come in. That's why I posted the article on cryptocurrency education. Because when we have child chains and side chains, they'll be able to do stuff that we can't do on the blockchain and then put it on. So we have to have smart contracts and stuff like that to sort that issue. So there you go. That's the answer to that problem. Okay? But yes, I truly believe Alvaro's right. Germany is going to be the first and foremost to push us, and the rest of the world will follow. And the US, I'm telling you right now, will be the last. They're always the last. It actually hurts their economy, so maybe Trump will push that forward because that's what he seems to be all about. We'll have to wait and see. But I actually heard a rumor that Trump has cryptocurrency. Anyone else heard that rumor? Just curious. All right, so Tom Lee has said 20,000 by the end of the year. What do you guys think? We're at $7,032 right now. Do you think we are going to go up, or are we going to be lower? My guess and prediction is between 13 and 15,000 at the end of the year. If I was going to make a prediction, that's where I think we'll be. I don't think, even if we do run up past 20K, it will happen this year. It's going to happen next year because we need regulations first, which is something I'm going to talk about tonight. Last but not least, Facebook. So, we all been talking and speculating and thinking and reading and all this stuff about Zuckerberg, whereas right underneath our nose, his sister gets a job with Huawei as a advisory committee person. So she's an advisor at Huawei, and that's kind of funny. I think it's kind of funny anyways, because that's just really interesting, isn't it? Just got on. What up, Joel? Not too much, Tavo. Hope you're doing really well, brother. $50,000. What's $50,000? Sorry, I missed that. Gerald, tell me what $50,000 is, Jonesy. My brain is right over top of my head. Hey, you know what's really messed up? Facebook took down Jonesy's page and deleted his Facebook account, and there's no real reason for what happened. So that's interesting. 50K Litecoin 1K? Absolutely not, Gerald. Absolutely not. This year? You think of this year? Absolutely not. Not going to happen. Not going to happen, man. I'm sorry. I know your bubble has been bursted, but it's not happening this year, man. I'm a realist, and I'll tell you, where are we going this year? Probably about 15K, and I'll probably say that we'll probably be somewhere around. Litecoin could be like $200 maybe by the end of this year. I think that people have overhyped too much. There's too much shilling for these things. Bitcoin and Litecoin are not going to be where everyone has told you they will be. It's just not going to happen this year. It's going to happen next year. That's what's going to happen. I'm telling you. I'll be right. Probably. Very good chance, though. And if I'm wrong, you guys will be like, haha, you were wrong, but that's a good thing. So no one's going to be mad at me there. I'm not going to tell you that Litecoin's going to be $1,000 and then it goes to $50. That's not a good thing. So I will be realist and say, I could see Litecoin being at, maybe somewhere around $200 again at the end of the year if it does have a run-up. And I could see Bitcoin around 15K, 13, 15K. Next year, I see it moving more, and 2020 is where we really see the big one. 2020 is where we see the halving. When the halving happens, that's when Bitcoin goes para-freaking-bolic to the 6-7 figure range. But that's not going to happen right away either, so keep that in mind. But yeah, it's all good. Remember, if you had any other investment before we had Bitcoin and knew about last year, and I told you, hey, give me $7,000, and you said, okay, why? And I said, give me $7,000, and at the end of the year, I'll give you double. Would you complain? Probably not, right? So that's what we have to think about, and stop being moon and Lamboers and be true crypto people that believe in the revolution and know that, yes, this is going to happen, but we got to be patient for it. We can't just get it given to us like right away. We have to be patient. We have to truly believe. And that's what I've noticed at these conventions and these conferences is the people going are the true believers. And the real networking is starting to happen in crypto. And everyone is knowing everyone. And this is such a small circle in crypto. What I've learned is it's really small and everyone knows everyone. And it's pretty amazing, guys. And what is amazing now more than it was before with Moons and Lambos is the people are actually talking about projects and what they're doing and how they're going to make the space better and how they're going to make the world better. This is the stuff that you guys should be focusing on. Not just the Moons and Lambos, not just the financial side. Financial side will come. You guys know that's happening for sure. So try to start focusing on the other side of not just the flow of cash flow in your pocket and Bitcoin in your pocket, but think about how this is actually going to change the world. And yes, of course, it'll obviously be beneficial for you as well. Just keep that in mind. 10 to 15 seems the trend, end of year around the corner, creeping up fast. Yeah, I mean, it's almost September, October, November, December. Now, remember, from November to December last year, it raised from 7 to 20K. So it's very possible to happen again. I just don't think it will this year. Joe is asking, what would be wise to mine Bitcoin or buy it? Buy it, Joe. Buy it. Right now, if you mine Bitcoin, you're losing money every day. Actually, right now, you're probably breaking a little bit over even. So absolutely buy. It's a bad investment to buy miners right now. They're completely controlled by Bitmain and other big, huge farms. February, March next year at the earliest. Yeah, probably mod. I believe that too. Just buy all your favorite projects and hodl if you don't day trade. Yeah, absolutely. Or swing trade with my bot, and you don't have to think about it. It just makes you money, and it's very moderate. It's not trying to make you 1,000% a month. It's trying to make you 20% on your portfolio a month, and that's pretty good. I would say that if someone came to me and said, "Oh, give me $1,000, I'll give you $1,200 next month, and I'll give you more than that after that," I'm cool. I'll take it. Right, so that's it. We'll start moving again faster from next year, Q2 onwards. We'll be happy if earlier, but longer if lows, the more we can. Yeah, here's the thing: the lower it is, the more we can buy. Absolutely. And so there you go. Yes, bye. Alvaro does mine still, I think, unless you closed up shop, but leave that stuff, Alvaro, man. And when everything comes back up, it'll be very profitable to mine again. That's what people forget, is you turn off the machine for now, but you can turn it back on, and it'll be worth, and it can be profitable still. So that's just something to think about as well. Now, why Q2 Hemingway? I would say you're thinking Q2 will be when the ETF will be approved in February of 2019. That's when I'm thinking the ETF gets approved. I don't think the ETF gets approved this year, guys. I don't. I also don't think ETFs are the best thing for crypto. And here's why they're not the best thing for crypto. Before I go, the reason why ETFs are not going to be all good for crypto is traditionally ETFs have been not backed by anything. They start writing paper-backed loans. Paper-backed loan is like an IOU. Any of you guys seen Dumb and Dumber, the movie Dumb and Dumber? At the end of the movie, they have all the IOUs in the suitcase. That's basically what they're doing. So that's a problem. And the ETFs will have to be backed, meaning they have to actually hold Bitcoin. It has to be backed by it. The paper can't just be paper. It has to actually have real Bitcoin held somewhere. So this is the only thing I worry about, because there's bad actors in finances now, and those same bad actors will still be in finance after, and humans are freaking greedy. So keep all of that in mind and realize that this is important to understand and know going forward, that ETFs can be good, but a lot of them could be very bad. Derivatives can be very bad. Like writing paperback loans is very bad. It's an IOU, guys. That's how people go bankrupt. I'll give you IOU and IOU, and then when I need the money, I don't have the money. Bankrupt. That's basically how it all works, guys. Keep that in mind. Big backlog for the institutional money setting up. Yeah, what's really funny, Mod, as well, is there are more institutions trying to buy crypto than there actually are people selling it. The people that have Bitcoin in very large quantities do not sell it. They buy more. You'll see that. Go look on Blockscan. Like, go take a look. You'll see it. You'll see it for yourself. And that's the coolest part is when you see it, when you go on Block Explorer and you see it, you're like, oh shit. Most of the biggest wallets have just added more Bitcoin. Okay? And what I'm trying to get to is, these big institutions want to buy a lot, but no one's selling it to them. That's the thing that's really interesting. OTCs, they're getting some, but not what they want. They want like 100K at one time. No one's selling 100K at Bitcoin at one time. You might hear about it, but all the OTC deals I've heard of that actually went through were smaller deals. 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000. Never 100,000. So it might happen, but very, very rarely. How you going, buddy? I'm going good, man. Sam, doing really well. Just doing a different time this morning. Try to give you guys another perspective, another time zone, and I missed on Monday, so I wanted to, give it back. Valerie, nice to see you. It's been a while. Hope you're doing really, really well. And so that's pretty much all I want to talk about. Zuckerberg's sister is a big deal because it shows you that all the things that we've been thinking in the back of our mind about Facebook and crypto is probably going to be happening. And it's really interesting that the Coinbase, and Facebook keep Coinbase, and all of a sudden, Huobi. Think about that one. Who would be the preferred people for them now? Just think about it. Coinbase is there. They have people going in and out of Coinbase and Facebook, and now his sister chooses Huobi. Why doesn't she be an advisor on Coinbase? Is it a conflict of interest? Are she trying to learn from Huobi and go on Coinbase and make Facebook and Coinbase work together? Are they potentially thinking about buying Huobi? These are things I'm thinking about. These are speculative. But the point is, all of our freaking thoughts about Facebook pretty much are almost confirmed by her joining Huobi because now she's also learning about crypto. Why is she learning about crypto? Or how much does she already know about crypto that she's an advisor to Huobi? Think about all these things. And I'm not saying speculate or guess or make up assumptions, but what I'm saying is these start to tingle. When police shows where they have that feeling there's evidence somewhere, and you have that. I have that feeling right now, like there's that piece of evidence and things are starting to line up, and I'm starting to put those pieces together. That's what I'm doing to figure things out, and that's what you guys need to start doing too. When you hear something, don't just take it as it is. Hear it, think about it. When you hear other stuff, think about it. And sometimes you'll go, wait a minute, this matches that, and these all kind of sync together. Oh, shoot, it's like a storyline. That's what police officers do in an investigation. When you investigate things like Facebook and his sister and Mark Zuckerberg, you have to do the same stuff. Well, this guy left from Coinbase to go to Facebook, and then this guy left from Facebook to go to Coinbase, and now she's working in Huobi. And they want to do decentralization because Mark Zuckerberg said at the end of last year. And like all these little pieces, right? So you can kind of make an inference that probably this is going to happen. So that's what's up. Hey, Corey, what's up, brother? Yeah, it's been a bit, we're all busy in the crypto space. That's how you know it. Corey, do you talk to my buddy Rami and Block Break Team? I feel like your name has come up a couple times, but I don't know if it's you or some other Corey. So, yeah. But anyways, that's pretty much where I wanted to go today, and I'm going to leave you off with Big Red China. They're now cracking down, and here I'm going to show you guys how I connect dots, okay? The other day, I was doing a video. Do you guys know who owns WeChat? Do you guys know the application QQ? QQ Messenger. WeChat and QQ Messenger are the two biggest chat apps in all of China. They're used by billions of people, okay? Here's the crazy part. WeChat just made it impossible to do crypto type transactions. So did Alipay. This is the government, okay, that's been pushing that, okay? Now, here's another interesting part. So we have QQ Messenger. You guys may have never heard of it. It looks like a little penguin is the main person on it. I used to use that when I taught kids in China when I was teaching them online. So QQ is an interesting one because that's Tencent. And Tencent, I was talking about the other day, that just invested like $50 million or something ridiculously high in the multi-millions of dollars into Pantera's new fund. Yet they're one of the bigger companies out of China. They are investing into crypto funds, and China is making crypto transactions blocked and illegal. Think about these things, guys. Put the pieces together, and it'll be so clear for you that some things they either just make too much sense, or they make too little sense, and things are kind of, you can see where we're probably going to go, right? So, yeah, that's what's up. Didn't Justin's son create one of those or something? One of what or something? Oh, create an app? Yeah, I heard it. What was, Alvaro, you were talking about it earlier, the Tron DAP Chat application. I don't know if that's it, but it might be. It might be the Tron Dap chat that they can actually now do it with crypto. But I know in China, man, every time they do something like this, people come and they actually figure it out, and they do it anyway. Chinese own most of the crypto in the world, man. They own so much of the Bitcoin. So they're just in control, man. That's all it is. Chinese are going to be in control. They're going to figure it all out, and they're going to do really well. And that's what Chinese do. So you got to just understand that and know that's where we're going. So I'm going to leave you guys off with that. It's been about 30 minutes. I'm trying to keep my show a little bit shorter, and I'm going to do another one tonight. So if you missed this one, don't worry about it. We'll do another one tomorrow. Tomorrow morning. I'll be on probably in about 12 hours again, 12, 13 hours. Okay, so I'll see all you guys then, and save your questions for later, and let me know if we need anything. So see you guys later. Have a great day. If you're watching on YouTube, click that subscribe button and that little bell. If you're watching on Facebook, click the like and share button. Support your favorite crypto educator, and I will see all you guys in a few hours. So have a great day. Cryptocurrency education with Coach K signing off. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Bye now.